Alright, black, blue, hand, library deprivation. This will be deck number 2 of my decks. So we'll start with Glimpse the Unthinkable. This will give you the idea of the deck right away. You want to annihilate your opponent's deck. This will take 10 cards off of it for 2. Memory Sluice will do the same thing for 4. And it's got Conspire, which is great. Startled Awake is an amazing card. Ditching 13 cards for 4, and it has recursion. It will come back and do its thing again and again. Of course, you can see Lobotomy here, over here, Lobotomy. And once you figure out what your opponent's playing, you should use your Lobotomy to pull out his key card and then proceed to mill his deck until he has nothing left. Vision Charm, with its cheap cast of 1, will let you do that. It's also a charm, so it's got other abilities too, like you can phase things out and stuff with it. It's pretty good. Sillingar's Command, that's a great card here. I love Sillingar's Command. Counter target non-creature spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand, target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn, or destroy target planeswalker. That's the important part here. I use this to get rid of creatures that are in my way, that are doing too much damage to my health. Because with this deck, you're going to take damage. You're going to take a lot of damage at the beginning of the game. They see what you're doing, and they immediately start trying to attack you. So what you want to do is you want to use like your Jaces and stuff to fill your hand back up. Because you got Jace the Mind Sculptor, you got Jace Bellerin, and you've got Ashiok. You've also got Liliana's to try to keep those, blockers in front for herself and to get you something to hold out until you draw Fathom Feeders or Barrelful Strixes. These guys will save your butt in the game. Your opponents don't want to send their big attacking creatures into a 1/1 Death Touch creature. It's just not a good trade for them. Unfortunately, that's not a good thing for them either, because you have stuff like Ambassador Liquatus, which is target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard for 3... So you just mill on a stick, and every turn, if you don't got a good viable spell, you lose Liquatus and start eating the library away. The Strix and the Fathom Feeder should keep you safe once you get 1 or 2 of them down. Mirko Vosk is my big flyer that I put in here, because if Mirko Vosk hits a player 2 or 3 times, it's over for him. Whenever Mirko Vosk Mind Drinker deals combat damage to a player, that player reveals a card from the top of his or her library until he or she reveals 4 lands. Put those cards in the bottom of into his or her graveyard. Now, in today's day and age, people suck the lands out of their library with fetch spells and stuff like that. If they're playing anything like that, Mirko Vosk will absolutely destroy them. He will eat 12 cards in a turn. It's insane. Fanax is, of course, in there because, discarding. And Circe, the Dearmere Lobotomist. This guy here is just absolutely mean. Whenever you play a blue spell, remove the top card of Whenever you play a blue spell, remove the top card target player library from the game. Whenever you play a black spell, remove the top card of target player's library from a game. Your opponents can't play non-land cards with the same name as a card removed from the game with Circe. So basically, as soon as you play a spell and Circe's on the board, you lobotomy him twice in this deck, because almost everything is multicolored. That's okay, because it's already making them discard 4 or 5 cards anyway. So with Circe on the board, the discard engine just picks right up. It goes through the roof, and you're left with some serious pain. So yeah, that would be it. That and Strixes, I've basically covered that, so I'll get to the lands. Now, the land base in this is kind of simple. It's 2 islands, 3 swamps, 2 polluted deltas, 1 watery grave. It's pretty. 4 sunken hollows, 1 dark slick shores, a Nephilia drown yard, because know your opponents. Choked estuary, creeping tar pits, and drowned catacombs. Now, the main thing you need to know here is that your polluted deltas are used to pull out your mainlands, unless you already have them. If you have them, pull out more sunken hollows. It's just great for your choked estuaries. It's so nice to have, like, when you play one of those down and you don't have to have it tapped. It can present a problem in the early game, getting your lands out that are untapped and stuff. But early game, you're taking damage anyway. You're not really going to be casting stuff that's all that effective. You might Vision Charm him once or twice. You might get an Ambassador Liquatus out. This deck will pick up in turn 4 and 5, and once you've set your wall, your pillow fort, as it were, of Death Touch creatures, your opponent's going to be stuck dealing with a crap ton of removal every turn. You might actually mill his deck out in like 1 or 2 turns. It's absolutely fun. My players love playing against it. It's absolutely a lie, but have fun with it.